Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Rainey Ray, for those who don't know me already, and I'm an essential oil educator and enthusiast. And I'm coming to you from Deadwood, South Dakota. The thing that I love most, well, not most, but the thing that I love about this business, the business of helping people get healthier with doTERRA, is that I can do it from anywhere. So Tom is a pinstriper, and during the summer months, July and August, we travel to South Dakota and Wyoming for motorcycle rallies and where he pinstripes. So I'm able to do my doTERRA biz in the morning and help him in the afternoons. And it is just, it's wonderful to do stuff together. So anyway, a couple of reminders. You know that things from time to time run out. So, word to the wise, always stack up on items that you use daily. Okay. So, for example, I love the hydrating cream. All right. And I was silly and only brought one jar with. South Dakota is so dry. So I had a friend who's here and has an address, um, a doTERRA friend, and sh I had her order me another jar of the hydrating cream. As you know, if you follow me, being a criminal defense attorney, I was in the media all the time, and I used a lot of skincare products, most of which didn't do any good. And I've paid hundreds of dollars for a jar this size of face cream. This hydrating cream is like a million times better. You can use it for your eyes, even though we have a anti-aging eye cream. You can use it for your face, your neck, your décolleté, whatever it's called. It is just amazing. So I've been going through a lot of this. Also, remember we have the unscented hand and body lotion, which I brought with, which is great for moisturizing your body. Okay. So whether it's summer and it's dry, or wind blowing, or winter and your skin gets dry, think about those things, but stock up on them. Okay. For example, your supplements, you always want to have, I like to say, have 3 months in backup. Because if things are out of stock, it's because of something outside of doTERRA's control. And therefore, it might be a month or two before we can get it back in. Also, those of you that are enjoying the benefits of our rewards program, and it's amazing. Um, One of the benefits is earning points, which you can spend like dollars in your account. And remember, those points expire in a year after you earn them. So use them or lose them. Okay. Um, so a few other announcements I'll post, but um, remember, use our group, use your reference. We have our private Facebook group. Use that to search when you're curious about how to use an oil or the benefits of an oil. Use reference books. Use Google even, okay? Use AI. Use anything you need to, or call on the person that helped you get your account. If that was me, I'd love to help you. Even if it wasn't me, I'd love to help you. All right. So, um, let's let's just jump in here. All right. I have a couple of notes because I want to stay on task here. There's so much to talk about with this subject. Pain and discomfort. Okay. What are your go-to remedies? I'm going to be 70 in September, and I don't want to live with aches and pains. Okay. So my Tom, he reaches for the deep blue stick. Okay. He loves this stick. It is amazing. It is our deep blue, and also the secret sauce, which is Copaiba. Okay. The research has shown that when you add Copaiba or Copaiba in with the deep blue, it elevates the effectiveness for, and we can say this because it's approved even to say on the packaging, it's an analgesic, it's for pain, okay? It's for inflammation. And So when you're making, let's say you don't have the deep blue stick, and by the way, grab it because this is July, and in the month of July, you can get it 10% off wholesale. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? But if you don't have that, all right, please, when you're using our deep blue oil blend, okay, which you get free this month, if you're using our loyalty rewards program and have a qualifying order, or if you're ordering our foundational wellness bundles, you get a free deep blue this month. It's so cool. doTERRA is going through all of the top oils and giving them to us one at a time each month for being loyal customers using our rewards program and placing 125 point value order, or ordering the foundational wellness. Oh, my whole screen just went cray cray. The foundational wellness bundle. Okay. So you can make a roller or add deep blue to some lotion. All right. And then add a drop of Copaiba also. So it'll elevate it. Um, Deep blue is just so, so very effective. Let me just tell you, it's plant-based, menthol, and camphor, and it's easy to use, and it creates this deep cooling sensation. If you've ever heard of biofreeze, this is like biofreeze, but on steroids, okay? Keep it in your bathroom cabinet, okay? The stick, the oil, whatever you're using, all right? We keep the stick in our go bag. We keep it in our RV. We keep it in our, actually on our kitchen counter so that it's convenient to use throughout the day. All right. This deep blue stick is amazing. It is not only soothing and all of that, but it doesn't go on sticky or anything. It's really actually smooth and it feels soft on your skin. It's not greasy. And it's quick drying. You don't have to rub it in, so you don't have to get any of the menthol or camphor on your hands, which is very cool. No pun intended. We love to use it after working out, after doing a lot of heavy work, maybe yard work. I love it when I'm been sitting at the desk and you get that pain in your neck and that T-zone. I love it for aches and muscle and joint pains and anything associated with like a simple backache, arthritis, sprains, strains, and bruises. All right. So deep blue stick, that's our go-to. We also love the deep blue rub. All right. And this rub is what I tend to use in the evening because my shins and calves get tired if I've been out training or if we've been deployed. If you follow me, you know I'm a search and rescue canine handler, and my shins and my calves and my quads get tired because we're walking a lot. And in Florida, that we're in the forest and there's vines and stuff that you have to pick your feet up over. Well, you know, you get tired, achy, okay? Slap on some of the deep blue, all right? And then you can put, if you have it, all right, Copaiba, a drop or so on your hand and rub it over because the deep blue lotion serves as a carrier. And then sometimes I add a little bit more deep blue because I want it to be, whew, I want to feel that cooling sensation a little bit more, okay? So let's talk about some of the other, and I think I have, yep, if I can reach it here, I have the deep blue polyphenol. All right. This is amazing. All right. I'm going to talk about it later, but please, if you are unfamiliar with this, we're going to talk about this. Okay. But let's talk about some combos for pain. Okay. So, what I use, like when I'm laying in bed at night, and if I haven't done my little routine with the deep blue lotion, sometimes even if I have a roller that has 20 drops each of deep blue, copaiba, frankincense, and wintergreen. All right, I put those in a 10 mil roller, top it off with coconut oil, and I roll those anywhere that I might be achy, okay, or that I might have overdone it. or that I might, I mean, I don't sit up perfectly straight when I'm working the computer. I don't think anybody does. If you do, bravo. Okay, I don't. And I get a sore neck and sore lower back, so I'll rub it there. All right. For There are other discomfort combos that we love. Think about frankincense, copaiba, peppermint, which is a pusher and it's cooling, lavender that's oh so soothing. Think about copaiba, deep blue, and peppermint. What about copaiba, deep blue, peppermint, and lavender? Okay. Um, if you've got nerve discomfort, all right, then you want to think about oils like helichrysum, aroma touch, lemongrass, of course, deep blue, marjoram, black pepper, peppermint, copaiba, and birch. doTERRA is the only company that has pure birch oil. The rest of the companies are selling wintergreen because it's only one little chemical constituent different than birch, but boy, does that make a difference. I love to add birch to discomfort rollers. I love to add birch to help with supporting bones. When I had oral surgery for implants and they put a bone graft in, I used birch to help promote that bone growth and bone healing. Another kind of discomfort that people have is headaches. All right. Headaches are very, very personal. What works for me may not work for you. Some people suffer from migraines. All right. So think about different oils and combos, but think about deep blue. Okay. Deep blue is popular for headaches. You apply it to the area of concern. If you have a headache up at the top of your forehead, apply deep blue there. Back of the neck, temples. Some people love to use lavender for headaches, frankincense for headaches, peppermint. We have a blend called past tense, and I love that for headaches as well as muscle discomfort or aches. Um, you know, I had back and neck pain since the time I was young. From repeated injuries from I used to train hunters and jumpers, horses and doing other sports. Took a lot of falls and bruises and bumps along the way. But by the time I was 30, I had arthritis developing in my neck and my whole entire back from it being, well, my back had been, riddled with fractures and things from injuries. So um, I had scans. They saw the arthritis on the scans and they said, there's nothing we can do. All you can do is do stuff to help with the pain, taking pharmaceuticals or whatever, which I did not want to do. And then I found doTERRA. And interestingly enough, of course, I love the deep blue for its soothing relief. And of course, I was starting to take, after about 4 or 6 months with doTERRA, I started to take Lifelong Vitality, which is our oil infused supplements, wellness foundational supplements. And Tom and I took those for a number of years. And I was feeling good. I really didn't have the morning stiffness and the aches and pains that I used to have. And in 2019, after we moved to Florida, I was trying to find a chiropractor. And this one chiropractor, who I didn't end up using, by the way, he had me go get a scan. And he said, I don't know what you're talking about arthritis and all these issues with your neck and back. Nothing, hardly at all, was present in the scan. And the only thing that I had changed was adding on essential oils and our essential oil infused supplement. Okay. I know Tom, he's the kind of person, if it's not helping him, he's not going to use it. And he loved, loved, loved the Lifelong Vitality. And now we both switched over to the new VMG because it's so convenient. The vitamins, mineral, and green, just green drink in the morning. And of course, we take the omegas. All right. we've switched over to the new omegas, which are oh so pure. And I feel like my joints are even more mobile and have less discomfort than before. All right. So let's talk about this deep blue polyphenol. Okay. Um, a polyphenol generally is for pain and inflammation. Most over-the-counter or pharmaceutical polyphenols have side effects. The deep blue polyphenol is all natural with no side effects. Okay, so this is our pain capsule. This is our stay well maintained as we age capsule. You know, lifelong vitality and then now the VMG, our anti-aging secret. Okay, that is the key, in my opinion, to aging backward, actually, to having your great, wonderful, supportive foundational wellness so your body can thrive. The deep blue allows us to keep inflammation low. Okay, some inflammation is good for your body, it protects you when you have an injury. But any more inflammation is no good for your body. Tom and I use this two ways, okay? We take a capsule or two every day, morning and evening. And if we have an injury, if we have a day we overdid it, like yesterday, Tom was pinstriping for 14 hours. He asked me this morning to give him an extra deep blue, so I gave him two. All right. When Tom pulled it out and tore his rotator cuff, we gave him two deep blue every 4 hours so he didn't have to be on the over-the-counter pain medication that we know is hard on your kidney and your liver. Okay. These capsules help a lot. All right. If you have questions about it, reach out and let me know. All right. Even though we're traveling, I am totally connected with our community. If I don't respond to you, then please, hit me up again because I may be around a noisy environment helping Tom with all the motorcycles around and didn't hear you. All right. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope some of these tips and tricks were helpful. I mean, there are so many things we can talk about. Our turmeric dual chamber is marvelous for pain. Our frankincense and boswellic acid capsules are amazing for pain. Okay. Go and look in my YouTube channel. Rainy Ray is the name of it. So you go to youtube.com/@RainyRay and you'll find my channel. And I have some videos on various things, lots of videos actually, and some of which are the turmeric dual chamber, some of which is our frankincense and the frankincense capsule. I have videos on that. So check it out and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you use for pain, what you use for aging backward, what you use to stay vibrant and active all day without the discomfort holding you back. So everyone take good care and I'll see you next week from the road. All right. Take care, everyone. Love you and happy oiling.